All right, everyone, here we go with an all signs reading from Mars and Leo. We've been talking about it. It came up in the Friday reading and the Saturday weekly reading. The energy's here. In fact, it's already here. It went in on Saturday in the morning at my house. I don't know what time it was at your house, but either way, this is an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. And it's about Mars transit through Leo, which is another ingredient in the pile of ingredients that are adding together here. All of May's energy, and about going back to about the tail end of April, it's all just still here. It's formed some kind of stew or magic potion, as I've been calling it. That said, this is a very important ingredient. It causes people to want something better, to not settle for second best, especially in their life, for example. Now, this doesn't come without its problems. This is a bit of a roller coaster ride. Again, another week, and a few weeks, several weeks, a month probably, of roller coaster rides. But it can cause, when change doesn't happen without revolution, right? So it's this energy where people might blurt things out. All those secrets on the runner's side that keep showing up in the readings. They're going to be blurting that stuff out. Emotions are flowing. They're hot. They're passionate. They're on fire. All right? So, they want something better. Well, this connection, your soulmate connection, showed them something better. They've got some contrast to look at. They've had it for a while. This energy right now, May, is magic. It is a bit of a magic potion. And it carries over well into June. Don't you worry. All right. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right? You know, now this reading is timeless. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. It's technically not inconceivable that these energies that I'm pulling on right now are future influence for you. You won't catch up to them, or etc., until frickin' August, for all I know. You know, but this is what's going on with this energy adding to the mix. Here's a pre-shuffle. And I shuffled. I always do this before the reading, and I ask the universe, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence, in this case, of Mars and Leo. It's just the surface energy. But this energy off this Four of Swords is nothing. It's a void. Nothing. Right? A time of nothing. Somebody not doing anything. It's coming to an end. The world, the most powerful card I could pull, is crossing the Four of Swords. This is an energy with Mars and Leo that makes people want something better. Go for something higher up the food chain. Go for the promotion. Leave the bad relationship. In the case of these runners, quit a bad habit even. In the case of these runners, again, they've had some contrast. This connection has made them feel a certain way that they don't feel in their environment, whether they're single or with someone. Underneath that is the 10 Pentacles. For the runners, because I'm pulling on the incoming energy here, roles can be reversed, but I'm pretty good at splitting it up. I know who's here and who's not. I'm like Santa. I see you when you sleep and I know when you're awake, except a little less creepy. But on the 10 of Pentacles, this is about their life. Okay? Somebody now wants something better. The world is about a new cycle, right? And somebody's done nothing about it. They've been content to just sit in it and deal with it. I see that a lot with the Leo soap opera. That person can convince themselves that a piece of shit shaped like a hamburger is a hamburger. And they'll just eat it and smile. Not under this energy. And I'm going to make that abundantly clear with my voice inflection there. Not under this fucking energy. Right there's victory. 6 of Wands. Somebody wants something better. Butterfly of transformation. I mean, I can keep going. Again, Judgment. It's a Phoenix rising sort of energy here coming off of this. Knight of Swords. Sometimes some of the words might be a bit stabby. I mean, I can keep going and going and going. All right, but I don't need to. Let's pull a reading. Let's do it. So that's just the surface energy, and it backs up. That read right there, all by itself, backs up Mars and Leo. But we got to go deeper here. All right, this is going to be kind of fun in a way, I think. Oh, okay. Well, look what happened. And that's a magician standing upright, and a Ace of Wands. They just want to pop out, and the magician is trying to flip itself. There you go. I'm back. Sorry about that, but there's a lot of energy here. You saw what happened with the deck. I checked the video. You did get to see it, where it was all sticking up all over the place. The magician, I couldn't get it to go back into place. And that Ace of Wands was right there. That's why we're here. Somebody wants something better, right? Somebody's done with bullshit. And with the magician fueling this, you know, that's something very important to keep in mind. The magician is about transformation. So far, this message has been all about transformation and change. It is. It's powerful. It's Mars energy. It's fire, and it's in a fire sign. King of Pentacles comes after that. This is, it popped in my head as a song. I'm sorry, we've been getting a lot of songs lately. It's Huey Lewis, I Want a New Drug. Okay? It's right there. It's back from the 80s. You know, I want a new drug. That song's come in a few times. Yes, it's been a long time, but it used to come in quite a bit. Here it is. Somebody wants something different. Something unique, a new kind of stability. They have a new idea of what's going to make them happy, what's going to make them stable, what is their King of Pentacles. This is the Pinnacle Pentacle of the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles was in the pre-shuffle, right? All right, here we go. Now also, I should point out that new moon in Taurus energy is still here. So things that they, you know, thought weren't possible or thought about, got in 8 swords about, and then didn't do anything about, now people do something about them. Again, a time of nothing is changing. The world was crossing the top card, that 4 of Swords, in our pre-shuffle. That's powerful. With the world on the surface, that is powerful. All right? Let's see where we go. The energy here is very powerful. It's funny. You know, the videos always freeze either during the cut or right before, or when I'm telling you the positions right before I'm about to throw the cards. And there's a reason for that. It's because the energy starts to swirl. It forms a bit of a vortex. And that's the shit that I read. That's the shit that comes into me and that I feel. It's always swirling and all kinds of shit. So, it is what it is. And that video's been running. I did a video call earlier with somebody. It's really weird. It's no coincidence that it happens in the same damn places all the time. And I can usually tell when it's about to. It's very strange. I always get a notion to look over. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mars and Leo, and don't fucking freeze up again. Here we go. Let's do it. Give me the influence of Mars and Leo. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. It's actually pretty good. It's 6 of Swords. It is 6 of Swords. Somebody's all done with the choppy water, and they're moving on to something smooth, something nice. I feel like this energy has come up before in one of the, I don't remember if it was the Friday reading or the weekly reading. You guys would, but I don't. And when I added it all up at the end, there was a 6 of Swords as part of the 3 card that I used to add it up at the end. It's that same energy. And I said that had to do with Mars and Leo in that reading. I think I would have. It definitely does. Here it is. 6 swords. From another deck. I know I don't. I usually add things up with the witches. Alright, what's fueling this? Yeah, 9 of Cups. See? Again, this is about happiness, emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment. Is somebody here moving things on? Want something better? Alright. We're going to clarify with the witches, and I'll show you why. I don't know which one I was going to clarify with. These decks were just sitting here. I just got my intuition said the witches, and I'll show you why my intuition said that. Randomly at the bottom is the 6 of Swords. See that? Look, this ain't no Vegas card trick. Okay, it's not. I'm terrible with cards. Terrible. I don't have any card tricks. I'm not even, I'm a sloppy shuffler. I don't have any tricks. It's just the way it is. This is real. The energy is here, and it's doing what it's doing. I'm just interpreting it. Thank God for you that I've got some life experience and know how to interpret it. A lot of people can't. There's a lot of very intuitive people out there. They may not be energy readers per se, but they're very intuitive, but they just don't have any life experience, so they don't know what they're feeling. So they either get it wrong or they just don't know, right? So it's good. You got to get some life experience. All right, I'm shuffling the deck again. I don't know why. I just am. We already got our 6 of Swords. It's at the bottom of that. I'm shuffling again. I did it automatically without thinking about it, which means this is a crazy reading. I'm going to tell you right now, it's fucking crazy. Yep. All right. This is our read. The overall energy is still the Six of Swords. It's right there. But this needed another shuffle. So here we go. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. There's the hidden energy, the message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are. There's going to be a link for an extended in the description. Because this has already been a powerful reading. How often? Probably twice I have shuffled after the overall energy. Okay? Twice. In the whole time I've been out here. And I did that automatically without thinking. So that's important. Right here, the energy around your connection. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It's incoming. Yeah. It's somebody who just goes for it. Again, these are brave actions. It's that brave new moon energy that's still here. It's Mars is brave. Mars and Leo is brave. We go after something. We want something better. We go for it. It's right there. It's incoming. A masculine energy, the divine masculine is incoming. Okay? That's what the energy is saying. How are they behaving in the 3D? In their life. Out there in the world. Temperance. Yeah, there's some sort of rationalizing going on within them. It's balanced. It's all angel energy. Any hang-ups, any toxins they may have, the angel energy cancels it out. I could phrase this as it's someone who's behaving really out of character. I mean, in a way. Because this person's never this balanced. It's very balanced. It's very nice. Doing what they need to do. Doing what feels right. Right? And I got fire and water here. Wow. Soul energy, bookending the Knight of Wands. See? Look, I'm not making this stuff up. 2 cups. It's right there. It bookends this. That proves my read on that the masculine energy is incoming to soul. Oh, they're feeling this connection. It's balanced in the soul, and it comes into the 3D. Energy flow is from here to here. It's balanced in the soul energy. It comes out here, and it reads as balanced. And in fact, it amplifies as it gets to the 3D here. And that's because of Mars' influence. Mars is a bit of a... it's like putting a power amp in your car. You got your regular car stereo, and then you hit the power amp button, and you get a little more power. All right? So we get some increase here. We definitely have an open heart chakra. There's no way this could happen without that. All right? This is their focus. Again, your connection, it's an energy, Mars and Leo, of going for something better, improving your life, okay? Taking a step up. And somebody here has seen this connection, has felt this connection, and their soul remembers, right? When you have a soul recognition, no matter whether somebody runs or not, your souls remember each other. You go, hey, I know you. Hey, I know you, right? And then on one side, on the DF side, the soul was going, hey, where are you going? Where the fuck are you? Where'd you go? Right? And inside them, while they're running away, the soul was going, why the fuck are you running? What the hell are you doing? And I don't know why the soul has such a high voice, but it does. Okay. Anyway, this is backing up all the energy. This is exactly how it should be with Mars and Leo. Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the Knight of Wands. What's the universe want to tell us here? Anything? Is it separate from the reading? Sometimes it is. It's 10 cups. Yeah, it is red with the Knight of Wands. The 10 cups can be a bit of fairyland. It can be, there's some sort of ideal, in between here is sort of idealism. I don't know if it's, I think it's rational on their part, but it's this, I could phrase it simply as somebody's coming in, whether you're interested or not kind of energy, but it's more than that. That's too shallow. It's sort of, they have an idealistic view of what's going to happen, right? They probably got an exit plan with the Knight of Wands there, but this is mostly just here indicating the speed with which things are happening. What's the potential final outcome? We'll find out more when we clarify, but it is a bit of idealism here. Maybe pie in the sky type energy, but again, all they're feeling is this connection. And when it gets to the 3D, it makes sense to do something about it. And that's because of all of the energies adding up, in particular the new moon in Taurus, which I pulled on, and Mars and Leo here. Potential final outcome, red with temperance. The 4 of Cups. Yeah, that's disappointment. Now, it doesn't mean they're not reaching out. No, this makes sense. Whenever we have a pie in the sky, overly idealistic view, bullshit, idea of what's going to happen here, as they come towards you, what they think is going to happen isn't going to happen. Maybe this means you meet them at the door and you're not as thrilled to see them as they are to see you. Okay? And again, I can't explain everything. You have to take the same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. You have to take it and apply it. But that's an easy way to phrase it. They show up excited. I'm going to get my 10 cups. 2 cups are going to come together, and you're there. Hold on a second there, Buster. Right? It's a bit like that. It ends for them, because I'm pulling on their energy, in disappointment. For you, it's a choice. You could either take it or leave it. Okay? It's up to you. Let's find out where we go here. I believe this is communication because it is by default communication because it's read with the Temperance card, which is communication in the context of this reading. All right. Let's go. All right, let's do it. And I'm going to take the 6 of Swords out of this deck because that's our very strange overall energy from another deck. You ready? Let's do it. Let's clarify with the Witches. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Let's see. Very strange reading. Wow. Really weird. Okay. The energy's just really weird anyway. Very, very strange. It is. It's going to be a roller coaster ride for sure. But it's okay. It's safe. It's all right. The roller coaster's had a safety check. It's fine. All right, let's go. Knight of Wands. Why is it? Okay, we're done. Knight of Wands. Yep, look at this. See this card? This card's read with this card. It should make sense with this card. It sure as hell does. It's 4 cups. Again, saying the same thing. It should. If it's a good reading, it should say the same thing. Because these two are tied together, then these two are obviously tied together. And the way I explain this is they show up, hey, I'm here. And you're like, yeah, so fucking what? Right? They, for some reason, are disappointed by your reaction in some way. And we'll find out why. Maybe either here or in the extended. It could be that they don't share enough. I don't know. But this 4 of Cups crossing this says the same thing. It says, yeah, you might be excited to come in, feel with your 2 cups, and I can make this work, I can fix this, but you didn't bang Blondie last time, and she's not falling for it this time. She look a little bored, right? Doesn't she look a little whatever? And they're like, oh, damn, that kind of thing. What's on top? So the whole reading's cross-checking itself. Well, it doesn't surprise me. May is very strong. What's on top? Usually May is really boring. This May is not boring. Knight of Swords. Yeah, they're coming in. I got something I need to say. There's something I want to tell you. But again, the overall energy is they might want to rethink this. But they're not really thinking. They're not. Especially under the new moon in Taurus, I pulled on that. I told you, it's people get a notion to do something, and if it's something they can do, they do it. And that might backfire for the stupid people, right? I mentioned that in the reading. But for these runners where it's about love, they just get a notion to do it. Now with Mars and Leo adding to it, where they want to improve their life in some way. Look, whether your person comes towards you or not, your connection showed them something. You gave them some contrast. So they might just go towards something that's like or reminds them of your connection, something that has love, which again would be their disappointment, would be disappointment that they're not going toward you because, they should have in the past. They shouldn't have run. Either way, somebody coming in hot here. Very hot. I got 2 very fast knights here. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Yeah. They've got an ideal, Ace of Pentacles. They've got an ideal view. They think they can fix this under this energy, and I believe it. Under all the energy that's here right now, everything I've talked about, Jupiter and Taurus, all of it, Pluto retrograde, all of it. Okay? And Mars, by the way, in Leo is working with Pluto retrograde a little bit. So you got to refer back to that reading even, But again, they've got this. They think they can fix this. They've got something to say, and they think you're going to love it. And I don't think you do. I don't. And the universe, the environmental energy is even trying to warn them of that, but they're not listening. Why is Temperance here? All right. I'm not. Again, on your side of the coin, you could do what you want with them. It's up to you. Maybe knowing this in advance helps you save the situation, right? At worst, you mutter to yourself, Steve is right. Shit, right? Go ahead and swear at me if you want. I don't care. What's going on? Temperance. Why is it here? This is how they're behaving in the 3D. It's very out of character for this person. It's super balanced. And I don't want to say there's a determination, but there is forward movement and a lot of talking. Yellow forward movement, talking. The blue here. A lot of it. And that's all I see, really, aside from the fire and water. What's going on? Temperance. Why is it here? Why? Yeah, there really is. Look at that guy. Extra long break, right? There's a calmness here. It's an energy of someone who says to you, right? And everybody has a friend like this. They say, "I got this," right? And you know, because you know them, that they don't, right? But you don't want to say anything. They think, "Okay, go ahead. You got it. Knock yourself out," right? They don't got it, right? But this is I got this energy. It's what it is. It's time to move, time to talk, time to act, time to go. It's time. It's like a divine timing type energy, but what's on top? Yeah. See, I got this. This is how they think it's going to end, right? Yeah. They're going to be surprised by your reaction. Yeah, I believe it. Why? Why is the Lovers here? Oh, God. Because there's no plan here. They didn't think this out. It's just a leap. It's just, I'm going for it. It's just the energy. Your person, I will say this to you again, this runner did not go on a dark night of the soul. They are not a changed spiritual person all of a sudden. They're still a runner. It's still a King of Wands, Queen of Wands kind of thing. We know that from the new moon reading anyway. All my readings are tied together. I'm not just pulling readings willy-nilly. I'm studying the cycle. So we're following the energy, right? Steve loved tarot like a soap opera in and of itself. But that's how I study energy. That's how I've done it my whole life. So there's no plan here. They're just going for it. They got some foolish notion in their head that this is how it's going to end, either the Lovers or this Ace of Pentacles. And again, I'm not sure why yet. I suspect it's exactly what we found out in the new moon reading. I suspect it has to do with Queen of Wands type energy. Fakey McFakerman, not telling everybody how they really feel, not sharing everything. I don't know. I have no idea. But it could be somebody who's so much, for a few of you, it could be somebody who's so much in their ego that they think that all they have to do is show back up and you'll just fall into their arms. You know, for a few of you, their ego is that high. You know, showing up as King of Wands all the time, that wouldn't surprise me. You know, which is not the case, because the DF side has raised its vibration quite a bit. It's going to be hard for a lower vibrational energy to get through. When you raise your vibration, it puts kind of a force field around you. Raising your vibration is raising your frequency. Raising your frequency is raising your speed, the speed that the energy goes around. So the faster it is, the harder it's. Think of the video game Frogger. Remember Frogger? It was the little frog that had to go across the street. Yeah, on level 1, low vibration, if you're low vibration, the cars are moving very slow. It's easy to get the little frog across. But if you're a high vibrational person, those cars are whizzing by at 80, 90 miles an hour. It's really hard to find a spot to get for that frog to get through. So it's hard for low vibrational energies to get through. It's the easiest way that I can. It's a nice analogy. It's an easy way for you to visualize it. All right. So it's always beneficial to be high vibration. Nobody takes advantage of you. Nobody's going to swindle you or anything like that. People get swindled because they're greedy. Greed is low vibration energy, right? They fall for a false contract or a bad business deal. The salesman is selling them on the idea and selling them on all the and their greed and vanity take over. All of that's negative, and then they get swindled. Right? If you stay high vibe, you see through all that. Yeah, but let me look at the numbers. Yeah, but you just keep going back to, yeah, but let me look at the numbers. Right? All the way down. I'm sure it will end beautifully, pie in the sky, wonderful 10 cups, but let me look at the numbers. Right? Can't get through. It's like that game of Frogger on level 10. Little frog not going to cross the street so easily. What's going on? So I think they're lower vibrational than you. And it's Frogger on level 10. And your cars are moving fast, and that they're the poor little frog that's just, thinks he can get across. We're going to get squished. What's going on with the Two of Cups here? I've been shuffling the whole fucking time. Yeah, Page of Wands. La 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 la. My little explorer page. Wasn't this the overall energy of the new moon reading or something? Wasn't it? I don't know. I get my readings mixed up. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. It's here. It's crossing in the soul. Yeah, they want this. They just think they can go get it. It's an energy of somebody who thinks, just me showing up, this is what's going to happen. I don't think so. It is communication. I see it. They want to talk. I don't. I get it here in the blue part of the temperance, and I get it here. And so again, this is a valid outcome here. They do want to improve themselves. I think they see you as a way of doing that for the ones that show up towards you. For the ones that just go toward a connection that reminds them of your connection. Okay, first of all, they're an asshole for not reapproaching you. But second of all, they think in some way that will help change them. When in reality, the only way they're going to change is by acknowledging the King and Queen of Wands behavior inside them, their core programming. So what's on top here? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. They're definitely coming. I got Page of Wands here. Yeah, my little explorer page, reasons I've already explained. Knight of Cups. In their mind, it comes in, all of this flows into the 3D. They feel it. They feel this connection. They have to go towards it. They're drawn towards it. Somewhere along the way, it turns into a Fool and a Knight of Swords and a Knight of Wands, meaning it's a little bit emotionally immature here with that Knight of Wands. Why is in the soul, though, it's beautiful. I can tell you that. So that may help you. That may help you not reject it, possibly, and give them a chance. Everybody deserves understanding. No matter, even if somebody approaches you and pisses you off and does something horrible, everybody deserves your understanding, at least on some level. Okay? It's about being the bigger person, right? Right? And you guys are higher vibration, so you're the bigger person. Why is the Knight of Cups here? 4 swords, yeah. From nothing comes something. Again, it's healing too. It's a healing energy attached to this. So this is here because, again, they think that you're their savior. It's a dramatic way of putting it. Of course, they don't literally think that. But again, their soul is trying to get something back that it should have already had. Your souls recognized each other, right? And then somebody ran, and one soul's like, "Where are you going?" The other one's like, "What the hell you doing? Why are you running?" So again, they think the approach, this energy is trying to heal this person. They somehow see healing as that. Okay, your connection for sure. Let's talk to the universe. 10 Cups. Why is it here? Why is it here? Man, these readings are getting crazy. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the year. It's just going to be nutso energy. Now, if I flip this energy, for some of you, this is a new soulmate that's approaching. And it might be somebody you have a deep soul connection with, but they're not your usual type. Be careful about that. Careful about having a type. Okay? All right. Take it from someone who's been married to somebody for 20 years. That's not his usual type. It works. It can work. It's all about emotion. It's all about connections. It's not about type. But for most of you, this is the runner. All right. 10 Cups. Why is it here? Why? High Priestess. This is old Dr. Phil. A little bit. I'm going to rip off one of his lines. You don't know what you don't know. Right? This person here coming in pie in the sky for reasons if I just show up, this will happen. They'll be so happy to see me. I don't know. There's a lot of things they're not saying. Things they're holding back. I called it Fakey McFakerman earlier, but the High Priestess says the same thing. The environmental energy, this 10 of Cups can be phony or it can be real. The environmental energy around it is, well, we need to talk about some shit first. You can't just hold back stuff. You're not just going to show up and the DF is going to fall in your arms. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, so again, we've already talked about it, so I'm not going to go over it. All right, what's on top? 10 Swords. Yeah, again, this Knight of Swords approaching is death to this happiness. It's dead, done. Okay? It starts out in the soul as a Knight of Cups. It is beautiful. For some reason, it goes to the 3D, and a little bit of ego comes in, and a little bit of, they haven't gone on a dark night of the soul, and it's just, woohoo, I'm just going to take a leap of faith, and it ends up sort of a message of Knight of Swords combined with Knight of Wands energy, and the universe is like, this 10 swords tells me why this 4 of cups is here. It ends at a bit of it's a slap in the face to their ego a little bit. I'm not saying you slap them, but you definitely slap their ego. Why is 10 swords here? 10 pentacles, right? Again, they've got this image in their mind, and it's not that exact image, but you get my point. They've got this is read with the Ace of Pentacles, and again, this is not the way to get it, is what the universe is saying. But if you're waiting to hear from this person, a good number of you will. And you have this information now. You know that in their soul it's a Knight of Cups. Work with that. Be the bigger person. Everybody deserves your understanding. Okay? It's part of what's wrong with the world right now. In societal energies, we have a problem with my way or the highway mentalities. And that's why we have problems. That's why we have one side that's extremely violent if anybody doesn't agree with them. And we have another side that is like, why are you being so violent? What the hell's going on, right? And I'm not saying one side's good or one side's evil, or there's no evil here. There's just lack of empathy. That's all. You, as the DF, have a lot of empathy. You've got to, everybody deserves some understanding or problems happen. So if you don't want this to turn into a fight, a shouting match, you've got to have some understanding of where they're coming from. And that's what I think this reading is for. Okay? Why is you can't have my way or the highway. It doesn't work that way. That's Burger King behavior. That's ego. That's King of Wands. We got a lot of people in the world right now. That's a very dominant energy, the King of Wands. Everybody's the King of Wands. It's fucking annoying. It annoys the crap out of people like me. I stay home a lot. Why is the 4 of Cups here? What's the final on it? 4 of Cups. Why is it here? You need to be the bigger person here. You do that, and it might actually turn out okay. But they're going to be surprised by your reaction. We got this 4 of Cups twice. It was crossing the energy of your connection as well. Them coming in, and you crossing them as 4 cups. Like, hold on. All right. Final. What is it? Let's go. God, what's with all this shuffling today? I'm going to get carpal tunnel. And who do I sue if I get carpal tunnel? Can I sue myself? I should. I'll sue Flem the Parrot if I get injured on the job. I was already talking about this card. It's crossing the 4 of Cups. Why are they met with you going, hold on? Why are they going to be surprised by your reaction? I said with the High Priestess here, I told you, right? And I said I called it Queen of Wands energy. Here's the Queen of Wands crossing the 4 of Cups. Again, this ain't no Vegas card trick. It's just real. Okay? That's why my readings aren't roses and rainbows. There's always a but. Somebody said to me once about your readings, there's always a but. Yeah, well, there's always a but in life, too. You want something real, or you want some phony, fake-ass shit? You know? Are they coming in to communicate? Is that what you want to hear? Yeah. For a good number of you, abso-fucking-lutely. But they're coming in as Fakey McFakerman. This is from another deck, exactly what the goddamn new moon reading told us. Except now we're getting the Mars energy in, and we're seeing somebody who actually does see you as some kind of savior, wants to improve things. Has this picture in their mind. But we get a repeating message all the way across of if they show up like this, it's this. If they show up like this, they're going to be disappointed. And you might be too. Somebody's not telling you everything about how they feel. There's a lot more here. All right? They're not just going to show up and get this. Okay, that picture. They're not just going to show up and get that. You're too high vibration for that. All right? But maybe if you have some understanding of the fact that they haven't really gone on a dark night of the soul and all that, and this is just a byproduct of the environmental energy, at least you get to talk to this person. Or at least you get to find out. For some of you, you'll just find out that you changed someone's life. I don't know. But it's Fakey McFakerman. It's a wall of pretense. They're keeping secrets. The High Priestess told us the same thing. And the High Priestess crossing over here said it's death to this. If it's death to this 10 of Cups if they do. What's on top? Look at They're coming to talk to the Empress. The Queen of Wands. Look, it's the fucking Empress. This is not a card trick. It's you. Empress energy. This whole reading is about communication. They're coming to talk to the Empress, thinking that they're just going to get there. Just me showing up, that Empress's little green dress is going to fall right off. No, it isn't. Because the Queen of Wands, while it is an aspect of the Empress, it is not as two separate energies. These two are not having lunch together. Okay? The Empress finds the Queen of Wands vapid. Okay? Vapid. It's just materialistic, superficial, not really saying anything of any substance like that. So you may find what they say is disappointing. And they're going to be disappointed by your reaction because they thought your pants were just going to fall off. Okay? It is what it is. Why is the Empress here? The world. Because you've changed. Why are they coming to talk to an Empress? Because you have the power. Not energy's always in layers. You have the power to change them. But you've changed too. You're a higher vibration than you were when you first crossed paths with this person. And again, for some of you, this is future influence. If you're new to this soulmate cycle, you may not quite be there yet. You may not have found your self-worth yet, but you'll get there. Ask a lot of the people that have been in this cycle a while. Okay? This is the most powerful card I could pull. It's where we started in the pre-shuffle. Okay? On top of a 4, I might add. It was a 4 of swords, but still a 4. So, again, they think you could change them, but you've changed too. You need to be who you are. You need to stay in this vibration. Do not lower your vibration for anyone. All right? You're not teaching them anything. You're not helping them. All you have to do is make sure your empathy is on. Right? It's not off. It's not on standby. It's on. Everybody deserves some understanding. And again, it's hard for this person to open up. That's obvious. It's hard for this person to be real. That's obvious. But it's not that hard for the Empress with the world here to get them to open up. Right? And you don't do that by calling them on their shit. You do that with empathy. And treating it almost like you'd almost want to behave like you're their therapist. Okay? And you might be able to get them to open up. You should, because in the soul, you're very important to this person. And in the soul, there's a Knight of Cups living in there. You just got to draw them out. These are very powerful connections. And they definitely see this as, again, calmer waters changing their life. These runners, all of them in some respect are going to be trying to change their life or upgrade in some way. Now some of them are super fuckwits and they'll just try to make it work. Create a new deal with their toxic relationships on their side. Sure, that'll happen for some of them. Keeping it real, yeah. But for a good number of them, if you're waiting to hear from somebody, you will. Okay? It just will happen. And others will definitely leave what's on their side and use how this connection makes them feel as a template for what they go for in the future. All right. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. We got to dig in a little bit. I like Temperance here. Normally I say, when I go to an extended, I say we don't have a devil here, so I need to find the devil. I don't. I know why we don't have a devil here. We were never going to get a devil here with that card here. That's the angel. That cancels static devil energy out like nothing. Piece of cake. We need to find the angel. We need to find what the angel's doing. It's very on their side. Very strange. I'll also pull on Mars and Leo for you. I will pull directly on the DF side, like I always do in the extendeds. I'll open with you, so I have some juxtaposition. So I have some contrast. All right? And we'll do the usual pyramid and timeline and side reads about what's going on their side and all that stuff. I think some big changes are happening, but you've changed too, and that's something to keep in mind. You know, you grew at a much more at an exponential rate, exponentially beyond what they grew. All right, let's do 3 cards from the universe. What else the universe want to tell you? What do you want to tell the viewer, the non-runner, if you will, before we go here? What do you want to say? 3 cards and a crossing card. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. 5 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Ties to that Knight of Cups. 8 Swords. And another fucking Empress. Jesus Christ. You are very important. I'm just going to paraphrase. You're very important to this person. All of your runners feel like they missed out on something. Under the energies that are happening right now, the whole magic potion pile up of them, they're all feeling it. They feel like they feel like they missed out in the cold, winter energy. But I'm also going to say, you're the Empress. And in their soul, they're the Knight of Cups. In reality, they're a fool riding a Knight of Swords horse or a Knight of Wands horse. Okay? In reality, that's what they are. You scare the shit out of them. This Eight of Swords is here to say that. Yeah, the whole thought of even connecting with you scares the shit out of them inside, emotionally. It's not something they show on the outside. How do I know that? Because of Fakey McFakerman. Wall of pretense. Right? Hides behind a wall. Shows the world what they think the world wants to see. Underneath, it's a seething mass of self-loathing, crap, lies, bullshit, toxin, nonsense. Yeah, you scare the living shit out of them. But this person here, they definitely are feeling it. And the soul is driving them to come in. Now, most of them will show up. A good number will, I swear. It'll happen. But, and it'll happen, look at that, rather suddenly. The Tower. Yep. The Empress, this is also saying that the Empress, you, has the power to change things here. It's everything I already told you. Everybody deserves some understanding. My way or the highway gets you nowhere in life. It creates stalemates. It gets you nowhere. You have the power to make change happen here and rebuild this on a solid structure. You have all the power. Make sure that you use it wisely, I guess. Again, empathy is your weapon here. Keep that in mind, all right? Now, I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo. Find out what's going on. For you, for them, everybody. And pull a pyramid, which I can't wait to see the pyramid on this. Wow. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.